The listing looked boring in the way real things sometimes do. Brand new factory-sealed phone, unlocked. The photos were a little crooked. The price was just low enough to hurt. I messaged the seller because I'm human. He replied fast. Name, Quentin Brooks. Punctuation like a handshake. He said he preferred to meet at a police station. Safer for both of us, he wrote, the way people write when they've rehearsed the word safe. I asked my friend Nina to come with me. She said yes on the condition of food afterward, which is how you trick someone into saving your life. The station was an hour out, north on a highway that loses its nerve and becomes a 2-lane through black trees. We got there at 9:10 p.m. The lot was lit but empty, just the husks of cruisers sleeping diagonally. We waited. 10 minutes, 12. I called. He picked up on the second ring. Car trouble, he said, his voice lighter than the night. Just around the bend. Could you help me jump it? I've got cables. Nina made the universal no face. I did the universal maybe shrug. He sent a pin. It was a strip of road with no houses, no storefronts, just woods on both sides and a shoulder made of old oil. Let's drive past, I said. If it's weird, we don't stop. It was weird. A black sedan on the shoulder, headlights on, no one in the driver's seat, no one outside, the hood not even up. The kind of scene that looks like a photo until you join it. I drove by at the speed of common sense. My phone buzzed immediately. Saw you pass. Turn around. Then a call. Then 3 more. We didn't turn around. Nina laughed the way people laugh when they want the sound to prove a point. You owe me fries, she said, and I said, I owe you more than fries. We found a diner with a neon sign calibrated to nostalgia and ordered the kind of coffee that forgives nothing. We were halfway through joking about how we'd almost auditioned for a crime podcast when the door rang and a man in a dark hoodie slipped onto a stool at the counter. He didn't look at us. He looked at the coffee machine like it owed him money. The waitress handed him a cup. Thanks, darling, he said, and the voice was Quentin's. Nina looked at me. I didn't look back because my face was already telling on me. Check, please, I told the waitress, whispering out of habit. We paid, stood, and walked to the door. Quentin stood too. I didn't run, because running makes you a direction. My car started clean. We pulled out. He followed, headlights in the mirror like 2 hard thoughts. I took the on-ramp too quickly and kept it at exactly the speed limit because that night I loved laws. Nina watched the mirror and narrated calmly, like she was reading a children's book where the wolf is a sedan. Still there. Lane change. Still there. 5 miles in, my dashboard coughed up a yellow warning I had never actually seen in the wild. Low tire pressure. The number beside my rear left dropped like a game score going wrong. I said the quiet version of a bad word. Nina said it loud. I pulled to the shoulder to save the rim a funeral. The tire was slashed, not punctured by a nail. Slashed, like someone had a conversation with the rubber and didn't like its answer. This happened at the diner, Nina said, not asking. We changed the wheel like people in a YouTube tutorial you want to live through. Quentin didn't stop. He kept going, or he peeled off, or he became the night behind us. The space where he hadn't stopped felt louder than his headlights had. Back at my apartment, I carried the adrenaline up the stairs and put it to bed on the couch like a guest you don't know how to tell to leave. I opened the app and reported the listing. I blocked Quentin and then searched the name out of curiosity. There were a few Quentin Brooks in 3 states. One taught guitar on weekends. One owned a landscaping company. The one I'd met did not exist as anything but a voice and a hoodie. People like neat endings. The police put a sticker on the tire and shrugged. The station had cameras but not eyes. The diner had eyes but not a reason to remember us. I wanted a plate number I didn't have. I wanted a moral that didn't sound smug. So I made a list instead. It lives on my phone under MEETUP RULES, boring but useful. Safer is not the same as safe. If the meeting point moves, the deal is over. Don't follow a pin into the trees. Pins are knives with maps. Bring a friend who loves fries. Pay for the fries. If someone says darling to the coffee like it's a person, notice it. Low tire pressure usually means tire pressure. Tonight, it meant someone else's plan. A week later, another listing appeared. Same photos, different name, different area code. I sent a single period and watched it turn blue. 10 minutes later, I matched it to a new post, new name, new city. The internet is just a mirror someone keeps flipping. I didn't buy the phone. Mine works fine. It knows how to call Nina. It knows how to call 911. It knows how to write down the part of the story where we said no twice. Once on the shoulder and once in a diner, and went home with the right kind of nothing. If you ask me what happened, I'll say, we were invited to stand in a picture that wanted to close around us. We didn't pose. That's not heroic. That's just not being art. And if you ask me the best part, I'll say Nina's laugh right before the door rang. It sounded like a person who expects the world to be fun and decides to help keep it that way. That's the night. A station, a shoulder, a diner, a slash, a rule list, and a friendship that costs more than fries.